Hi everyone, it's Nikki here. I just thought maybe I would share another Halloween shirt that I made, and I just wanted to give you a little bit more depth on how you can draw your own images and import them into Cricut Design Space as an SVG. And at the end of the video, I'm just going to show you some Halloween glitter ornaments that I made. We are going to start off in Procreate, which is an iPad app, and I'm not at this time going to go into a beginner perspective of the app, but I just want to quickly introduce you to how you can use drawing apps. In the future, I might go into more depth on how you can properly use Procreate from a beginner perspective. Okay, so I'm just going to show you quickly how you can draw your own images and then convert them to an SVG. So I'm in an app called Procreate on my iPad, and it is a one-time fee. I think it was only like $15, and then it's yours. I'm using a solid ink pen, and I'm going to start by just trying to draw a ghost. All right, and then I'm going to do, maybe put my pen down a little bit and do a couple eyes. And I'm going to do a nose. And this is going to be a handle to a pumpkin bucket. And then this is going to be eyes. And you're going to make some sort of Halloween mouth. Okay, so this is basically what I have at the moment. And I can zoom in here and make sure I've got all my parts filled in and try to make everything as smooth as possible. And if I don't like it, I can use an erase tool until I get it smoother. Because even though this is going to be converted into an SVG, you still want it to be, try to fix it. Now I could erase this, but I don't think it's going to matter because I will be filling this in anyways. Okay, so I just want to show you first of all that this is going to be one layer. So this is going to be my black layer. Then I'm going to add a layer. And again, I'm sorry I'm not giving a tutorial on how to use this program because I know everybody will have a different drawing program. But if I do these on different layers, and I'm going to pick orange, then I can export them as their own layers. So then I was going to make some puppy ears here to stick out. And I'm going to have a pumpkin bucket. I don't like it, so I'm going to double tap to erase that. Oops, okay. Okay, I'm going to go back to my black layer and do a selection here. And then I'm just going to make this smaller. I made it too big. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my orange layer. And I'm going to basically draw a pumpkin. And then now I need a little tail. Okay, and now I'm just going to fill these in. That ear's a little bit big, but you get the idea of how this would work. Clean that up. Okay. Oh, I forgot to fill in this pumpkin here. Now, if I put this layer on top of that layer, hang on, this layer below this layer, there you go. So now you can see. One more layer here. I need a white, another layer, and I'm gonna do white. I need to trace this white layer. I need to just basically trace over top of this layer. So. Boom. Okay, now I'm gonna fill that. And I can work on smoothing out these edges here that I've made mistakes. Okay. Now I'm going to move this down to there. Okay, so basically that's going to be my cutout, except actually this has to go back one more. Okay, so this will be what I'm going to convert. And then I'm going to go to here and download. So click share. Now if I click on PNG files versus PNG, and I've got all these three things, all the layers showing, it will download for me the layers in 3 different colors. So I'll have the white layer, the orange layer, and the black layer. If I want to put it all together, then I just click PNG and it'll all have it together. So if you have a good SVG converter program that can separate by colors, you could probably just download it all as one. But I download it as separate files, and then I'm gonna save it. So that's all I did for the dogs in this shirt that you are going to see. Okay. I forgot I want to do a kind of a dog nose like that. Fill it in. Whoops. Fill it in. Now I'll just download the new version again. PNG files will put them all separately for me. So if you don't have Adobe Illustrator, it is a program that you have to pay for. You can go to a free SVG converter. Go to picsvg.com, and what you do is you start up here, and it just says upload your picture. So here's a ghost I uploaded, and this is the SVG that you will download that you can then upload into Cricut Design Space. I did find that if I download something that's white, it's harder for it to do, so I have to change my ghosts to black when I'm drawing them, but when I'm in Cricut Design Space, I can just change the color back to white, or just going to put white vinyl down. So one thing is this here has different, if you just want the outline, you're going to play around with ones that you think look the best. So if you were just wanting the outline, it would be that. And which actually, for the dog ones, I had a black outline, and then I also had the full set. So this could be the white layer. You can download that, and then to have a black outline, you can download this one, and then when you get them into Cricut Design Space, you just change the colors. So after I uploaded all my little doggy ghosts in their separate layers, I had all the black outline here, and I decided to add some bats, and then I selected them all and I grouped them, actually I attached them together so that they'll stay in this exact position. And same thing, here was the white layer, which I attached together, so they'll all cut together. And then I had this extra layer here, which needs to be attached. And then if I was to put these all together here, this is what you end up with. Line it up. Okay. I ended up doing orange for this. Can't see it very well on the screen, but then I put Happy Halloween. Now this font is, let's see if I can go back into my, oh actually I have them over here. Okay, so this font is Inked Blood, which is a font that I downloaded. Or another one that I was debating on using was this one, which is Hello Bella. Again, I had to download that onto my computer. So I ended up going for this in the end, which was the Inked Blood, and I added a little paw print in there, and then I sent this to my Cricut maker to cut all the different layers. Okay, so now I'm just going to speed through doing all the weeding of the white layer, the orange layer, and then the black layer. Or apparently I'm doing the black layer before the orange layer, but just going to speed through that for you. Now I just had to check that my alignment is going to work out, so I'm just doing kind of like a practice run here by sticking them all together to see if they line up. And now I'm doing a 5-second pre-press and lint roll. And now I'm going to put on the very first layer, which is going to be the white layer first. And then basically I'm just sort of lightly going to put it down between 5 and 10 seconds of a press. And every HTV roll is a little bit different. Some of them are warm peel, some of them are cool peel. So it's going to depend on which HTV you have. Next up is going to be the orange layer. So I have to place that down, and then I have to place something over top the whole thing. Could have just used my Teflon sheet, but I had a leftover piece of the plastic sticky stuff from doing the white layer, so I decided just to put that on. And now I'm going to get this layer pulled off, and then it'll be the black layer. Now I had a little bit trouble lining up this black layer, probably because what happens is the layers underneath, they shrink a little bit. So the white layer probably shrunk a little bit. So I had to cut some of these sections so that I can line them up a little bit better individually. And so that's what I ended up doing there. And then I put some Teflon over top and did a longer press to get it all on. And then now I'm just doing the final reveal here. And there we go. And then I realized I forgot to put the Happy Howl-o-ween on, so then I had to go back and weed that and put it on separately. So I kind of hanged my shirt over the side so that I outside of the press so that I could just do just that part of the text. and it worked out fine. And there you have. Okay, so another fun thing you can do is if you have any of these balls that snap together, or you can have the kind that have the hole on the top, but as long as you can get inside. What I did was I poured some of this in so that it was coated on, and then I poured a bunch of orange glitter in there and I let them dry. I think these are stuck together now so you can't really see inside there, but that's what I did. I made various faces in vinyl. I did one with bats. I mostly just did a bunch of different pumpkins. That one I did a skull. But anyways, I was making a bunch of these for a friend of mine who likes to do a Halloween tree. So I thought that these would work nicely. But they would also go good if you have a Halloween garland and you could hang them on. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope I taught you something. Please like and subscribe if you want to watch more videos in the future. Take care.